Up next, a set course Evo. I think I just mocked this exact phrase. Coming to consoles. Yeah. Now, while I can believe this one, I got this article from Boxes Lab. That is a lovely photo, by the way. I don't know if you've seen all the renders of the game.
It's lush, isn't it?
It looks beautiful. The reason why, when people ask me, I get this question a lot. I used to build games, so I know a lot about the fundamentals of the game engines. I know why. When you update one of your apps on your phone, why it tells you your phone is now not supported. It's not the company being evil. There are lots of layers, and your app or whatever you build is here. And unfortunately, you ain't going to build this part of the pie.
Yeah.
A set course Evo are, however, this is their game engine. So if they've done this from scratch with this vision in mind this early, then I can believe it's coming to consoles.
Yeah.
When on Le Mans Ultimate telling me they're bringing it to console, I'm like, wait. What, the R Factor 2 code base from years and years and years? And no, you're not. Yeah, like
bear in mind that R Factor 2 was built off of the original R Factor, which goes back to 2005 or whatever it was. Like,
yeah, it's just it's too much to picture why they would put that much work in. I feel like the vision needs to be there from the beginning. Otherwise, it is what it is. It's a port.
Yeah.
You're jamming it in to just fit, squash the bugs, hide the rest, and then you call it a console release. That's a port.
Yeah.
And ports never work. They just feel janky. They run slow. Optimization's not there. They get updates slow. A bit like ACC. ACC almost pulled it off. They really did.
Yeah.
But there was massive limitations. They couldn't just... Every feature had to be assessed, benchmarked, and then either just silently never come or hopefully down the line. But I put this in because I like talking about Set Course Evo. I'm excited for this. They've obviously we know a little bit more about the daily racing, but with them looking to maximize profit with Xbox and PlayStation release, they can make money. They can get into the fight. Because I always say, this is why I always push for the iRacing business model. Obviously, most companies don't seem to want to do this because I want the company that I'm liking and using to make money.
Yeah.
Because then I know deep down that things are good because they need to look after me. I always feel like iRacing has to look after me because otherwise I'll stop paying.
Yeah.
Whereas I feel with ACC, once I've bought it, they're like, okay, what else can I jam down your throat later in time? I don't like that feeling. I want them to want me as a customer, not to resell things to me each time. So this is a good money-making opportunity for massive money-making opportunity. That we've done this before, obviously with ACC being on console. I think I know lots of people have that. They play with a controller, mind you.
Yep.
But what's your feelings on a set course? From what you've seen, obviously we don't know a ton.
Yeah, we don't know much. They're making the right noises. Obviously, we were concerned that they'd push things back, but it's looking more like for a good reason rather than the whole thing's in jeopardy kind of a thing. They're biting off a lot. Let's see if they can chew it.
Yeah, well said.
But yeah, the move to console is promising. We'll see how. Obviously, it's like we're just gonna have to wait and see what.
Yeah.
Like, is it going to be anywhere near the PC version or?
True. If we can get cross-play support.
Yeah.
Obviously, with a wheel. I don't want to be driving against controller. Daily racing expansion would be massive, right? If we could race against all the PlayStation users on a Fanatec, and the Xbox users using the Astatec stuff they just got. That would be cool. That boosts the number. I don't want to race controller users, even if they're fast. I don't like the way they move. It's too much. They move too much.
It's a little inconsistent. Yeah, I remember racing way back in the day. I was one of those the wheel versus controller debate of F1 2013, where at some tracks, if you were on a controller, you were just so much quicker than a wheel. And
yeah, because sometimes you could put hairpin inputs in that you just can't do on a wheel.
Yeah. But weirdly, I think it was like Monaco was always a wheel track because if you had to make any micro correction on a controller, like you're done for. But a track like Silverstone, because of the way that it was coded, like if you put full lock in with your, it puts the correct amount of steering angle for the speed that you're going, basically. So like you're always just maximizing grip through high speed corners.
We talked about this recently with, and a few weeks ago, there was some cheating scandal in F1 with regards to V-Joy in a control. So you're using a wheel, but you're using the controller's throttle and stuff like this. Very clever.
Yeah. dodgy stuff like that. Yeah. So hopefully, yes, sort of back on the AC Evo train here. Hopefully, it all kicks off in the right direction, because from that article that you had linked to, 40% of their sales were console based. Like that's a lot.
It's just so much money in it.
It's so much. So so it has to work.
Yep, 100%. I'm excited. It looks like, everything else aside, the graphics just look like what I've always wanted to feel when I'm sim racing.
Yeah.
But let's see if my poor computer can keep up. This is one I don't have much knowledge about. You might have actually more than me. Forza update, the next gen NASCARs. We've got a video.